know. I know.
Yo, what's going on, man? Happy motherfucker. Oh, shit.
Too late.
My bad. Too late.
Really, bro?
Yeah, we ready here now. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We
Wow,
here now.
come on, man.
I'm sorry. We are too bad. Yes, happy motherfucking hump day, man. It's
This is
Unscripted
what happens when the
podcast.
ladies aren't here, huh?
Yeah, I know. Usually we ain't check, but now we wilding right now. It's the boys' day. Unscripted podcast, all talk. GQ in the building. One of your hosts, man. Boys, you want to introduce yourselves?
Dennis from Gaming League, coming as a guest host.
Yes, sir.
Somebody said, I feel like, I'm like a part of the show. I should have went second, but okay. Just like, it's all right. Just throw yourself in there. This is wild. This is what happens with disrespectful guests. Like, it's crazy. What's up, guys? How you doing? Josh back. Had a little break, but
Yeah, must be nice.
feels good.
Ooh, I could have played that for
what's
you.
nice?
You want some
Must be
Tony?
nice.
I got you, bro.
No, bro, you late already. Come on. Slacking.
MVP, man. What up, baby?
How we doing?
Oh, shit, man.
Oh.
I'm in a good mood. I'm excited for tonight.
Yes, sir.
What do we got? What do we got to talk about?
I mean, yo, we're going to go over, like, our current events, what's been going on.
We're missing someone.
Who we
Where's
missing?
he at right now?
Oh, he actually
He's
behind the
in
scenes
the building.
right now. He's
He's
here.
in the building, y'all.
He's here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might want to sing. You want to sing from back there?
Ooh.
Oh, shit. This guy.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy Sam, I am still in the building, just doing the production side of things. I'll chime in from time to time behind the mic. It's always a pleasure to be with the family, the Unscripted All Talk podcast.
Yes, sir.
Bullets. Let's get it.
Yeah, man, we're going to go into our current events that's been going on. Actually, one of them were actually this guy, African artist named Omale, brought one of the, girls on stage. But there was a brother in the crowd. He did bring his girl to, to the concert, but his girl was actually chosen to be on stage. And, once they get a chance, they be wildin'. I mean, what would y'all do in this situation? I mean,
That's his fault.
you think it's his fault?
Absolutely. That's his fault.
You would have told your girl, don't even do it.
My girl wasn't even asked. Like, if you know, this is my thing. I think it's crazy. This says more about his character, I think, than hers. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? She should have known, like, okay, the kind of man that I'm with, you know what I mean? This is
100%,
disrespectful.
yeah.
I'm not going to do that. Don't get me wrong. There are some men that are out there that are like, go up there, honey, I support you. If I'm not one of those, oh, baby's calling me on stage. I'm going to give you a look like, okay, and you not going up there. You better grab somebody else. Unless you're a single female, and this goes for any of you females that are out there. Unless you're single, right? Because I remember this happened, what was it, Kiki Palmer, wasn't it? Wasn't it Kiki Palmer?
It's Kiki Palmer, yeah.
What are you doing on stage getting rubbed up on? Like, what are you doing? You got a whole husband, a whole kid, and everything else like that. And it's unfortunate that, again, we live in times where it's like, oh my God, you're insecure. No. I don't want another man publicly, or no less,
Exactly. Yeah.
grinding all over my girl, rubbing all over my girl. I gotta go home with her. So my coworkers see this, her family sees this. You playing the man music, you disrespectful too. Wow. He a home wrecker. He's a home wrecker.
I mean, I don't think it was him per se saying like he a homewrecker, because at the end of the day, he's an entertainer. He gonna entertain and do what he gotta do, especially for the ladies and stuff like that. But I mean, I just feel bad for the brother that was in the crowd, just seeing his girl just
Why? You feel bad for him for what? Y'all are crazy. No. I heard people talking about, oh my, bro, that's on you. You give her that look. Let's be clear here. How'd you get here? We drove here together. You want to walk
I
back?
paid for them tickets.
And
I paid for them tickets too.
Would you like to walk back potentially? No, you have to set those boundaries, I think.
I think he left by himself, and the messed up part was everybody was heckling him while he was leaving.
Exactly. That's correct. Yeah, no, bro. Like, because you know what happens? People don't remember something. Like, nowadays, everyone wants their moment. So, like, and even in the show, right? We're so sick and sadistic nowadays, though, right? They'll, like, put the camera on him watching this girl get grinded on
Zooming
stage.
in on his face.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Dude sitting there like this, like, I can't believe. And then all the tennis like, like, hit
damn.
yo, bro.
What if like the roles were reversed? Like if you had the opportunity And Janet Jackson was like, "Yo, bring your ass on stage."
Again, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not. Again, with all due respect, and it's not. Again, same thing, man. So we're gonna get into it today, cause like, even my perspective on a lot of things have changed in the last couple since you guys see me last. When it comes to certain things, just because again, as you grow in life, as you know more, you have to like do better for yourself. Yes, it's Janet Jackson. Yes, it's J Lo. I think these are women that from our childhood.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like J Lo.
Yeah.
Like,
Poster on the wall.
I wanted a Puerto Rican girl
Screensaver.
at that
Yeah,
point, you know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you know, but she calls you on stage, and you're there with your lady. That's wildly disrespectful to your girl.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of single dudes in here. Pull one of them on stage. Let them do what they're doing. You want maybe a couple dudes that maybe they with their side piece, something like that. So who cares? But I'm there with my lady.
Nah,
I won't
respect it,
listen. Off topic. I won't even go to like I won't go to what I call the Single Mothers Fund Club. You know, with my girl, I won't. I just won't do it. Like that's again for those guys
That's
that
fair.
can. Great, that's good for you. You know what I mean? I know my lady. I know how she is. I know her personality. It's not gonna work out the way that I think. So
I think it was just on the topic at hand, and as we're looking at both of it, I think it's starting to stem from a lack of respect for yourself and for the other person, and also the not appreciation. Right? Everybody's living in that moment. So I'm sure in that moment, that girl was just like, "Oh my God, I'm here." She's not thinking about him, right?
Yeah, exactly,
I'm sure in
exactly.
that moment, he's not really thinking like, "Oh, okay, my girl's gonna go, gonna go do this." But it's the moments that, as you were mentioning, Josh, it's the moments that they really have together or prior to that would deem to it be his fault, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this whole time he think he got it in the bag. He's not appreciating what he got, and then it just showed his ugly head in that situation. And I feel in terms of relationships in general, people need to stop looking outward and start looking in or to the person that they with, and find that appreciation that you have for them. So that way, when you go outwards, you're not going to be looking for that appreciation, that validation
Somewhere else.
from somewhere else.
Man,
But
listen,
we're constantly
you
fed
preach, baby.
with that, and I just think again,
Yeah, look at that, man.
I do think it's a dude's fault, but I really feel in any relationship that you're involved in, that people need to stop looking outward and start looking at the person next to them and start appreciating them.
Big hand claps. Big hand claps.
I got nothing.
I got a
nothing
question.
bad to say about
Like,
this
do you
at
think
all.
it's like trust versus respect?
It's respect? It's not trust.
Like jealousy, insecurity.
No,
you
none of
know,
the above. It's
Can't even see it that way either.
like I think sometimes it's how some. I need to see this video. I really need to see this video to see how out of character it
Doesn't
was.
matter.
It like
It was bad.
Was it like Usher palming Alicia
bro.
Keys' butt
It was
in
bad.
front of America? Okay.
It was
So-
bad.
But not. See, I like even that situation. I don't think was really that bad. I don't remember him like cuffing it or anything else.
I
like that,
don't
though.
think he.
It was
cuffed
more so
I didn't see him cuff. I
kind
didn't
of
see him
dancing
cuff,
behind
but-
her and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it really wasn't nothing crazy like that though. But no, it's again, you have to know your partner. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, I'm a big advocate for it. You know, again, I say now because again, as you learn, you have to grow, and if you don't grow, then that's just ignorance. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, as I grow in life and things like that, I just look at things differently. And absolutely, you know your partner, you know the society that we live in.
Yep.
You can't get too caught up in that moment.
Yeah.
You have to go home. You gotta go
Right.
home.
Yeah.
So the next day on the internet, when oh my God, he pulled this girl on stage, and his friends is like, yo, ain't that?
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
Yeah.
No, she should have been like,
The whole block already talking about you. And
yeah,
and
exactly.
Shorty, man. That's
Put
it.
one of them up on stage.
Yeah, word.
Not only
I
talk,
can't
they
come.
don't want it after that.
It-
Oh yeah, no.
Everybody-
I'm
Absolutely.
looking at
Exactly.
clips of the
Hell
video, and I feel it's more her than him.
We said that already.
Yeah.
It's her.
I had to see this myself. Yeah.
But again, remember something. Again, she's wrong for going up there. But once again, though, for me personally, like in any relationship that I'm in, it should. I shouldn't have to say. It should be just that look. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Egg y'all. What y'all doing?
Yeah.
you know better,
really
right?
gonna go on
Okay,
stage right
great.
now?
And again,
Yeah.
if she's I went on stage. Great. Listen, called you Uber. I left already, and that's about as good as you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's how you
we
know
should
she
talk
didn't
about
value
this.
her relationship really like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy because nowadays, like, someone comes to some of these situations, like the man we still get labeled as, oh, we're immature or we're insecure. No, there's do's and don'ts when you're in a relationship, and you broke. Again, forget about doing something in your neighborhood underneath the table, which is still wrong.
Yeah.
You are going on an international stage for what? For likes? And again, think about it now. Now the guy doing interviews, the girl doing interviews, talking about she's sorry now, yada yada yada. I mean, I think I didn't see the full thing myself though, but listen, he might get a few DMs from this himself.
Oh yeah,
like,
he probably
listen.
will. It put him on the map because
There you
now
go.
it just makes her look bad. What she did, you know?
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, man. So another stuff that's been going on. I don't know if y'all ever seen like the whole Cam Newton joint that happened when he did the 7-on-7. He usually brings like a lot of like athletes and showcase them and put them on and everything like that. So I don't know like how you guys feel about like how he handled the situation. Like, cause he ain't really punched nobody. He more was like holding them, making sure like he ain't really like hit nobody. Cause
somebody
you
sue
get
it anyway.
you can sue his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, so I don't know. Like, why did it start? Does anyone like the origin of like how the fight started?
So according to some of the stories by TMZ, they said like he was dogging like one of their coaches, and the kids took offense to that, and whatever the case is. The only thing I have to say regarding that is that this unfortunately seems to only happen in our community.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Here's somebody who's made it to the highest level that you're aspiring to get to, because
Absolutely.
This is what it is. We want to be, when you're coming from these underdeveloped communities, you want to be an athlete, you want to be a rapper, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Here's somebody who's taking the time and their money to say, look, I'm going to teach you the game, I'm going to do this, and now because you want to go viral or you want to rep your whatever, you over here making the whole culture look bad. Now let's say he doesn't do this anymore. Now what happens to the other kids that were looking forward to this, that were doing whatever they were doing, and they lose out on the opportunity? So that's one perspective of it.
It goes back to what we just said before though. Everyone's looking for attention. Everyone's looking for an opportunity, and it's creating now like this culture of just like people that are doing sucker things. Like literally, like this is Cam Newton. You know what I mean? As a kid, you sat there and idolized this man. You probably had his jersey on your wall. You probably went to that college because he's aspired to be there or whatever else it was. You know what I mean? Now here you are, you hit your hands on this man.
Wow.
That's wildly disrespectful. And then again, the culture we live in, it breaks into memes and the jokes and everything else like that. And again, it makes us look bad. And unfortunately, we still wonder why corporate America treats us the way that they do. Right. Corporate America looks down on us the way that they do. Right. And again, these athletes, they love them until they don't love them anymore, and those kind of things like that. Because again, outside of what you should be doing, you're doing stuff like this for the kids, and then, here you are now, people making jokes about the fact that his hat didn't come off his head.
Yo, it was tacked on pretty well though. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, his hat still on?
Yeah.
I know that.
Those dreads must be glued to the inside of that hat.
But I believe he cuts a hole in the hat and still like the dreads be on top. But like, yeah, man, he still was holding it down the whole entire time.
He looked crazy anyway though. Like who the like he like a weird like black Willy Wonka or something like that. Like I mean, shout out to Cam. I seen like some of his podcasts and things like that though.
Yeah.
A couple of them were definitely like interesting and things like that. So I've been following what he's been doing. But this is a blemish, and there's no other way to put it. It's a blemish on football. So, and I believe it was HBCU, right?
Yeah. It was one of those as well.
But I know we passed the 5-minute mark, but I'm still gonna behave myself. But it's N-words being N-words, and sometimes they just all over. So you put them in college, dress them up, give them a scholarship.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That guidance, what it was when they was at home, they would act like that out and about. It goes back to that respect.
You know what I noticed? None of them was light skinned. None of them were light skinned. None of the people. It's good. It's good. That's what I'm saying. Good. It's always the Wesley Snipes looking brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Sam, we gotta act out. Why? Like, stop giving us a bad name, bro. Act right. It's easy. Man. It's cheap. It's free.
Right. Speaking about dark brothers, we're gonna talk about P. Diddy.
Oh boy.
So
P. Booty.
Somebody said that the last thing the victim heard was, take that.
That's where it came from. Y'all ain't know that?
No, don't say that. For
That's
real?
where it came from.
No, it did not.
It
man.
did.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. He was on the holding.
Nah. That's fucked up. That fucked up like everybody's childhood, yo.
Wow, listen.
Everybody was saying that shit when they were younger.
Take that.
No, yeah, hey, no, take that. Pause. Big Daddy. Fuck that. But yeah, man, he's being sued even. Sued by a producer, by the Love album or something like that.
His name is Little Rod. Pause.
Yeah, big pause.
Wait.
Both
I
y'all.
was that was his whole name for
Yeah.
a second. Little Rod Paul. Like, wait, what? Oh, I got
It's
it.
Rodney Jenkins, Little Rod.
Got you.
Yeah, that's the one at the interview, right? We talking about like did he call them and the wife was next to him? That is that interview I talking about? Or which one you guys talking about?
No, it's a guy that's actually suing him right now. There's a guy physically suing him for, I don't remember the dollar amount, but
Yeah.
he's saying something about rubbing up on his anus and all types of flagrant things. Yeah.
I heard he got like evidence.
Was this one time though, or was this over like a period of time?
I think
First of all, I'm suing your ass even if you touch me any inappropriately way. Touching my booty hole, anus?
Okay, well here's my problem though. Listen.
Fuck that.
You gotta listen.
No,
Once
but-
again,
I'm knocking your ass
I'm not
out.
gonna say what I want to say because I'm gonna get in trouble again. 'Cause I'm trying to turn up a new
disclaimer.
Right. But here's my thing though. If you giving touch my anus energy, that's on you, bro.
Nah,
I don't give up touch my anus energy.
no, I'm not even giving that energy.
That's my point
How you
then.
get to the situation?
Still.
How you get to my anus?
I don't even.
Get there.
How did you gain access to my anus is the question.
That's the question.
And why did you wait so long to complain about it? Like, yo, right as you touch my ass, I'm complaining about
Cassie
it. I'm all
opened the
like, yo,
floodgates. That's why.
Dollar sign.
Oh, you
Cassie
really
made
think
it-
so?
Cassie, this is my thing. Let's be real here, right? Think about it. Diddy's been through so much over the years, and you're like, whatever usually comes up dies pretty quick. Cassie's made him vulnerable. Cassie's made him a target. She's put a huge target on his head. He settled so quick. So now anybody else who had a grudge, kind of, sort of had a little bit of anything to go off of,
Yeah.
we didn't hear about it right away because now it's just coming down the pipeline. Everyone's got to wait and get their turn now. So that's what's happening at this point in time. It's his turn, but I guarantee you, it'll be somebody else after that, and a little bit longer, and then eventually it'll die out. He'll write a book. He'll do Oprah, go on the show, cry, and then he'll be back. And somebody be taking that.
Why do these rich motherfuckers feel like they could just, get away with shit, and then like after a while, then finally people want to start talking about it though. You know?
Disclaimer. Can we disclaim this for a second?
Disclaimer.
Okay.
Disclaimer.
Okay,
Disclaim.
I want to Vince McMahon somebody. I want to be that rich. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I want to get to the point where I'm just so rich, I run out of things to do. I bought an island. I drove every fast car that there is. If it moved, I'd unplugged it, a couple of times.
What?
14 Miss Americas, the whole 9 yards. So the only thing left for me to do at this point is a dookie in my hat and smack you with it. It's just like, it's weird, it's strange, but I aspire to be that rich, Diddy.
but do you think there's like, it's false? Like, I think like these people are just coming out of the woodwork like, yo, I think I could come up with something, get some money out of this. Like, there was a situation, this happened at like 50, and then the girl was found to be lying, and he sued her for the court fees.
Oh, yeah,
And
of
wanted
course.
the money, and she
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
have the money. And it's like, yo, 50, just let it go. It's like, it's the principle of the
principle,
matter.
absolutely.
You know, you're going to come at me on some lies to get money out of me.
Yeah, remember something. But again, like I said, Diddy settled super fast, man.
Right.
Yeah, he did, and he
We-
didn't say anything, or
Nothing.
allegedly, yeah, whatever.
We heard about the lawsuit.
Yeah.
2 days later, we heard it was settled.
Yeah.
End of story, done deal. Yo, he's a fool. Don't put. She a gold digger. She got mad.
Got money.
I don't care. This is what happened, right?
You feel like she was a gold digger?
Everybody. Yup.
I don't know.
And she was with some rich ass white dude too.
No, he wasn't. He was like a trainer or something
Nah,
like
the
that,
dude
bro.
was
The dude was.
an employee or something
He was like a trainer.
that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
I wouldn't say she was a gold digger. I just think she wanted the gold after she lost it.
Once, so then, what you call that?
I think gold diggers gonna win trying to get it.
Nah. Once again, the grass was greener.
Nah.
Diddy was doing weird stuff. I get it. You gotta get out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But remember, when you're with certain people, that comes with a certain type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's why, like, usually celebrities date celebrities because, again, my lifestyle, when you leave me, don't change much of anything. You know what I mean? Unless it was like a Kanye Kardashian thing where Kanye was scaling up and he was like, all right, come on, Kardashians, get up here. You know, I'm doing dope shit.
I mean, they were already doing their own shit
Yeah,
even when he came around. I just feel like they really tear down. They tear down brothers.
Said, well, remember something. They were kind of shunned in the designer world before Kanye came into the picture. Kanye was really out here like doing it way before anything was doing it. Guys like Pharrell, guys like A$AP Rocky and things like that. You know what I mean? They were really living that designer lifestyle and things like that, though. The Kardashians, I mean, yeah, people dressed them, they gave them stuff because they were rich and had famous. But you know what I mean? You never seen Anna Wintour sitting next to Kim Kardashian. Did not happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, and you level up in a sense though. But I think that think about it, she left Diddy. She probably got a few dollars, but you're not flying private no more. You don't have
Dennis,
a private
I think
chef
your
anymore.
mic's off.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Nah,
It's
it's
blinking red.
No, it's not.
You don't see the red blinking?
It's red blinking, yeah.
That means it's muted.
Is it? Oh, maybe you can.
Can you hear me?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is
So
mine?
is that a button I can push?
Yeah,
Yeah, just press the mute button. But
I'm not touching your neck, bro.
No, I wanted you to touch it next week. Years later, he can come through and sue you.
accusation.
All right, can you hear me now?
Is it
You think I know you was up
If it's
good?
solid, then yeah, you good now.
So I was muted that whole time?
Yeah, you
I mean,
even
but
picked up,
you
but
probably picked up from
Oh, all right.
and now you're gonna be crisp.
All
You
right,
know?
cool.
Before we get into our main topics, I want to make sure you're heard. I want the people to hear you. So, what do you hear about Jam Master Jay? I like how after all this time they finally got him. Like the NYPD, I'm gonna applaud them for once in their career. Allegedly, they did the right thing and they caught the killers. How y'all feel about that?
Don't kill nobody.
Why take so long?
Why it take so long?
My thing is don't kill
I'm just
nobody.
saying.
Because again, clearly you can't. Whoever these guys were, they thought they had got away with this, and here we are, 20-something years later.
You always, you
Gotcha.
gonna get caught eventually.
That's why I'm not. Listen, that's why I tell everyone all the time. I'm not killing you. And if I'm killing you afterwards, I'm leaving the country. I'm going somewhere like, I'm being honest with you. I'm going to Guatemala, changing my name.
But you telling everybody you're playing right
I
now?
don't care.
He's like, get to Guatemala and find me in my hut, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta find me.
Listen,
What's his name
I'm
changed?
going
I don't know.
I'm going back to the motherland because people don't realize. Like, you look at the map. You know, Africa's like 3 times the size of like the United States.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, it's
I mean,
massive.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's like,
that's a whole nother topic.
I'm going to
but
Africa. Catch me. I blend in everywhere I go.
Chill.
The real catch me.
they're
if you
gonna
can.
find you because you got a shape up.
Oh,
I'm going.
He gonna be
going
looking
18
clean in the
months with my
woods.
haircut.
He gonna be looking clean in the
Crazy. I'm
woods.
gonna look
Like
like
that's
Bin
gotta be
Laden.
him.
I'm fucking.
I'm gonna be a Bin Laden up, beard, hair all crazy, living my best life. But I mean, God bless the dead, obviously, and things like that. And again, I think it's amazing. It goes to show you, sometimes like these cops really don't give up. You know what I
that's
mean?
good.
Yeah,
In hip hop, it was forgotten.
100%.
No one was talking about it anymore. It was dead. And then all of a sudden, it came back out. So, again, God bless the dead, God bless Run DMC, and, God bless his family. Now they get to, that burden is no longer sitting in their chest of wondering who and where. And, the
And
whys may or
VIP
may
sort of,
not come out at this point. Most likely now they're announcing it because these guys are like, listen, but we got you dead at rights.
Right.
Who hired you or who made you do it? What was your reason for doing it and stuff like that? So.
It's crazy though.
I want to know what African murders like the detectives sound like. We know you are there. Why did you? Why did you kill him? We have the weapon. We have it on your face on the camera. Hey.
Are most African murders like machetes or is it like?
Nah, they got guns. Like especially if
we
you,
know.
you go to Haiti right now. Like that's the
Oh,
gun
man.
capital.
You know, so crazy. Like I had that conversation the other day with someone. Like I was having like a deep conversation about like the whole Haiti Dominican Republic thing, and I have friends in the Dominican, like seriously, but they're like heavily in like denial
Oh yeah.
about like that whole situation between like the two.
It's one and the same.
I know
One
black.
and the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
it's
black,
like
I know
really,
black.
you
I
know,
mean,
it's deep.
Look
It's
like you speak
history.
different language, but
Yeah.
people don't want to talk about history. I mean, a lot of the times history is hidden.
Yeah.
I just feel like, when people really don't want to be educated about history, then
Yeah.
You know, you gotta
Yeah,
unlearn
no.
and relearn nowadays. You know.
Yeah.
And I had to break it down to them. I was like, you guys know, like, you guys slaughtered like 30,000 Haitians back in like the 20s or 30s and something like that. Oh, but that was
Yeah.
a long time ago. Like, you slaughtered generations, bro. What are y'all talking
Like
about?
motherfucker,
Right,
just
right.
slap on it. That's
Yeah.
like, no,
Like, oh, this was a while ago.
And then like the other comment that came up was they were like, well, why can't, we get it, like, but like the Clintons were sending all that money to Haiti and everything else like that. And I'm like, dude, like, like certain countries are blackballed in the world,
Of course.
and Haiti has been one of them. Haiti was the first country. I think we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Gaining independence in the Caribbean, and then afterwards it was like the French, and their French kind of told the other like powers that be, listen, that's a slave colony.
Yeah.
You better not help them. America loved slavery, so America wasn't going to help them at the time. So again, this is a country that's been shunned for God knows how long.
It's a symbol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a symbol. You know?
100%.
You know.
100%. Because think about it. And you know, Sam, that you said that, like, I never thought about it that way, because you're right. Imagine if Haiti got it together.
Right.
Like that small country that's been plagued with, earthquakes and stuff like that. Imagine if they got it together. That would prove to the world and to other people that look like them, we can do this.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I
That'd be
tell you
great
one thing
inspirational
though.
story.
Yeah, and everything that happens with anything that's black, especially in Africa, which is why, as we kind of go a little bit into politics, they're afraid of BRICS. For those that don't know, that's Brazil,
yeah.
Russia, India, China, South Africa. They're backing their currency off minerals.
Yeah.
And, which is why America's trying to play more nice and, we're going to give you, loans without interest, even though we've been raping you for materials for hundreds of years. We love you, niggers. I mean, brothers.
I guess Josh didn't have to say it, huh?
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, wow.
this new voice, where did this come from?
Right.
Oh, you never heard his Caucasian
Impersonation
voice
too?
before?
That's my, big shout out to Dave Chappelle.
The voice actor going. He's got the voices.
But no, you're right though, bro. Like when it comes to like the BRICS and stuff like that, I when I heard about it myself, and kind of you look into it and things like that. Like you said, they're actually backing their currencies with with actual minerals again,
Yeah.
which is a huge deal. And again, America was not named on this, so because again, most people don't know. For those of you who don't know, like the dollar is
Worthless.
the stand. Well, no. Well, again,
It's worthless.
worldwide, it is the standard that most countries kind of base what their money on, the dollar on the amount.
And what they trade for oil as well. Like,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
can't
And again,
buy
for
oil
oil,
unless it's in dollar.
It's the dollar. You know what I mean? A lot of countries, people don't realize, even in Central America and South America, a lot of countries that use the dollar. Even in Europe, there are countries where your dollar goes a long way.
Yeah.
And with this new BRIC system,
It's an interrupter. It's a game changer. We'll see how it's
changer
going
for
to continue to, work out.
yeah.
What's going to be the outcome? Because I'm sure it's not going to go. The dollar's not going to go down easy. Because it runs a lot of the economies. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. All right. As we get into our topic of the night, we're going to continue basically about education. Basically, how do you guys feel about the current education system in America as a whole? With college, with our children's education. I'm going to start with Florida. And because why not? Because it's Florida. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And they're like,
Water down there.
they're really watering things. For example, they're trying to make slavery seem like it was more of an indentured servitude and that the slaves gained skills. These guys learned how to read and write. Before then, they were just swinging from trees, these animals. Like that's how it is in Florida. So, I feel like they're not addressing, education as it should be. I as I kind of take a little bit of the time on the mic, I always tell it, when we discuss these things, it's not their responsibility to educate us. And that's my personal opinion. But how do you guys feel about just in general education?
I mean, I don't have kids, but I mean, obviously, I just think the system always been screwed since day one, and they're never gonna tell you everything.
Right.
Everything's gonna be watered down. Always gonna be watered down. They're never gonna tell you the truth, and that's why I always keep going back to unlearn and relearn. And you wanna know and learn for yourself too what is generally the truth and what is not the truth. So.
I think the education, it's slowly starting to change in terms of what they're teaching, but I do believe that education within the school arena is a basis to build interest, and then the real education starts outside of the school with that interest in, you know, seeking the knowledge. So I think if the kids are taught in a way that inspires them, then they'll want to seek more information. But if the information that's being delivered to them is boring or dull, then then that progression of wanting to learn more, I think, is stopping. So
Clearly, you work in that field because that was a great answer, buddy.
you know.
That was great. From someone who does have kids on the panel. You guys don't have no kids?
Yeah, I'm 32, no
that-
kids,
say
and
that.
I'm black, baby.
Say that you know.
Ah,
That we
Say
know
y'all
of. Say
know
that
of.
we know of. That we
Ah.
know of. Okay,
Say
that
that
we
y'all
know
know
of.
of.
That we know of. It make
There's
feel better.
somebody else somewhere out there.
pull out game strong. Pull out game strong.
You are not.
strap.
I seen this.
The
I seen
father.
this little kid in the Dominican Republic the other day, just like he was just like you. Got the same haircut and everything.
I know black though. I know black. I know black.
No, back to the subject though. For me at least, see, my situation is a little different because I think that like my boys, I've always gone to like private school, so it's a little very, very different. And then for my daughter as well, I had her like in a private Christian school for a really, really long time. They were very strict on what they did. They never did like Common Core or anything else like that in there though. But you know, they also taught. You know, they didn't teach like science the way that regular schools taught science. So when she transitioned into public school, which was like her choice, I would have never went with it. But the school just got really, really small. So she was like, "Dad, like I want human interaction. So like, help me,
Real
player."
people.
The school, the education system, at least because we're talking about in America, I think that it is a symbolism of the times that we live in. Now, what do I mean by that? Most kids in America, what are they consuming nowadays? You know what I mean? Like education-wise and things like that. They spend most of the time on TikTok and Instagram, and they feed us just absolute garbage.
Yep.
You know? And again, going back to TikTok, everyone knows it's already a Chinese company, and we've done the comparisons 100 times. TikTok in China shuts you, after you scroll for too long, shuts down. You can no longer scroll anymore from that phone. You know what I mean? They will cut you off at that point. They show more educational videos.
Yeah.
You know, they show more videos of skills and things like that as well. They want to water it down. They want to make and I think it's consumerism. They want to water it down the best way as possible, so that again, the people themselves, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. You know, if we keep a society ignorant, they'll never rebel against you. And I think that is essentially what's happening to our school system. Oh no, black people, we brought the black people over. They can't want to boast. They were here to help us out. They were good pals. Dude, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you have conversation even with your own kids. They don't know.
Right.
Like they really don't know what's what or where or why it happened or anything else like that. You had mentioned the last time we were talking. We had a touch on this briefly. I think you and Sam were both mentioning like different African American inventors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we're teaching throughout the year, why do you have to just teach me this in February?
Right.
Teach me this when we're talking about. We can be a month. We're talking about different inventions and that. Just plug them in there. You don't have just teach me this month, and the rest of the year you teach me crap. You know what I mean? Or simple mathematics. I see it all the time. You know, in my businesses, certain parts of my businesses we do get like a younger audience that we hire. Simple mathematics skills are not there. Like they're just not there. I'm talking about like, oh yeah, listen, yeah. How much was it? It was $69. Okay, I'm gonna give you a $100 bill. Okay, so what's this change?
31, but it doesn't come up.
They'd be like,
They
hold on.
can't do it
came up
without the
immediately.
calculator.
Hold on. What are you doing? I'm gonna get the calculator. Do it in your head, bro. You kidding me? Like, are you serious right now?
Yo, I saw. Sorry to cut you off, but I
No,
even
go ahead.
saw somewhere, even on social media, man. Like, somebody was in Times Square and they were showing like how to tell time on like a regular like clock,
Yes.
and a lot of them did not know how to tell the time.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
was just baffled.
Yeah.
And of
crazy.
course, us Everybody, all the kids were black, and it was
Yep.
just disappointing. I was just like,
Wow.
damn.
You never seen the one where people like, oh well, there's 7 continents. Name the continents.
Oh, dude.
Oh. Yeah.
I've seen ones. How many states are there? How many states are there? What do you mean? How many states are there? How many states are there? Of America.
Like the crazy thing, you talk about that, and it's like most Americans couldn't pass a citizenship test.
I've
Which is
heard that before, by the
crazy.
way.
Really?
Yeah, literally, I've heard that.
Wow,
before.
that's crazy. I didn't hear about that.
And it's questions just like how many states, and you can't just say 50. How do you not know that? Like, is it 48?
Right.
Is it 13?
Well, the confusing part about that is that they do ask what number is the original colonies. Like, how many original colonies were there? That's one of the questions on the test.
MVP. Hold on, let's see.
13. You want me to name all of them?
Nah, it's cool.
Here's the
You
thing.
went to school in the 60s. It's okay, baby.
I'm gonna ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Where is it to this day, you can still see that representation of the 13 colonies?
In like what state?
No, just in general.
No, just
like on your everyday life.
When you look at the East Coast.
The flag.
Oh, the stars on the flag?
No, the stars represent 50 states.
No, the
Right.
stripes.
Oh, okay.
Stripes,
Gotcha.
yeah.
7 and 6. Gotcha.
Sorry, that was my little historian.
there you go.
My little historian plug-in.
There you go. I think it's
My mom's gonna disown me now after that one.
I think it was interesting what Josh was saying in terms of the the TikTok and stuff, and then the history. It is interesting because now you think about like their attention span, right? So let's say when we were growing up, we didn't have all of that, so we were able to retain some of that information a lot better because we weren't constantly being distracted. So then when you look at it, as you were mentioning before, the people on the street, you asked them to name the states, right? When was the last time, as he said, that was actually put in front of you without all these distractions? So I don't think, in my opinion, with the education, I don't feel that people are getting dumber. I just think they're getting more distracted because everybody could probably learn it if they weren't so distracted. But since you're distracted, it's not top of mind. So when you are proposed with a particular question, then you look like an idiot because you're just like, when was the last time I thought about that? I was looking at this TikTok, or I was looking at that car, or I was trying to get some food.
I'm gonna challenge you on that though.
Go ahead. What you got?
See, certain things for me, I think should be, let's call it common intelligence.
Go ahead.
Like simple mathematics it's just that. It's simple mathematics. Right. Everyone should know that. These are things that these are things that you've learned in elementary school. These are things that you should be like, when you're going to Starbucks, you're buying your coffee in the morning, you know what I mean? There's a mathematical transaction that happens there. Yeah. When you're getting your gas, when you're putting gas in your car and things like that though, and the gas is at $3.99 a gallon and you're putting 20 gallons in your car.
Like
That's
using
simple
a ruler,
mathematics that you're
and I'm not
using
talking just like
on a
measuring
regular basis.
in
So-
12 feet, but those little
The little notches
incremental
in
marks,
between.
and people won't know. Wait, that's a quarter, that's a half, that's a 16th, that's an eighth, and it's like unless you're a carpenter, where you need to utilize it, you've learned that skill and it leaves you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I still would disagree with it in terms of the more you use something, the more you utilize it, the better you become at it. But if you learn math 2 + 2 and whatever grade, right, and you go through and they dumb it down, and it's not a constant. Whereas you're constantly being distracted, how could you possibly focus to retain the information you learned if it's not being repetitively used?
Okay, but
and even when you, to your point, like with the simple math, right? Why would I have to retain that, or why would an individual have to retain that information if they are going to put it on a calculator? If everything is being done for them, like when we used to do it, we had a pencil, a paper, and we had to write it down, 4 +, cross it out. The old school way is, if I don't know everybody used to do it, you used to be able to do multiplications on your 10 fingers. And you would just, well, my aunt taught me this because I was a teacher. Clearly, I don't remember how to do it anymore, but that's something that you can do math on your fingers without using a calculator. Back in the day.
With 9.
Yeah, and the 9, right? So,
Yeah, so it's like anything by 9, I just put that finger down. So it's like I put my third finger down, 27.
Right.
It's 9 times 3.
So now if I'd have told you to do that on your fingers, you probably wouldn't be able to do it because you weren't aware of that information. That's kind of how I think of people who may not know certain things off the top of their head, is because they're bombarded by other things.
Nah, I think that was stuff that was taught in ESL. And
Yeah, all right.
I speak very clear English.
Listen. That ESL kid do numbers better than you.
I'm just saying.
When your phone don't work, you gonna be like, all right, where's my friend? Where's my friend with
So
who can
part
do
of
numbers
my
on his
problem
fingers?
with the education system is not setting us up for success. Like you said, it gives you that taste to want to like go learn more, but like we're not getting financial literacy in there. We're not learning like how to write a resume, how to apply for a job. Like
Right.
it's like, all right, so you got some math skills, you got some reading skills. You know, I feel it's really indoctrination to just be a worker bee, not be like how you say that if we're free thinkers, then there'll be anarchy.
They don't want you to.
Right.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Again, go ahead.
So I just want to move on to the next segment of our podcast.
Oh,
Because we have a special host. But before we switch off the topic, Finland, who's in the top scores as far as, testing scores, they don't have homework.
No.
There is no homework in Finland.
I've heard that before. Yeah, America, when it comes in terms of like testing and things like that, I think we're like the 20s or something like that. Like we're not even, I don't think top 10 anymore and things like that when it comes in terms of education. I could be wrong.
Well,
I know we dropped drastically. from where we
so
were.
as far as a whole, we're not doing too great, but 7% of our testers are within the top 15%, if that makes sense.
7% of our top testers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's horrible, bro.
Trying to downplay.
So one out of every million kids, or one out of every 10 million kids in America gets great test scores. Those are horrible numbers. Man.
it also
Like, that's
depends
crazy.
on what basis you're saying, because like some things will say U.S. is the best education system, and then other ones say we rank like
No.
number 5, number 7. So, and then are we ranking our colleges? Are we ranking our education system as a whole
It is,
in
as
the
a whole.
grammar school level? So
Yeah.
it depends on where we're being graded and judged. You know?
I mean, some of our universities, like again, places like Harvard, places like Brown, places like NYU, things like that are still UCLA are still considered to be like some of the top universities and things like that to attend. Just on a worldly level. But again, though, for you to get to that level nowadays, I think that I feel bad for the colleges eventually because it's going to be. They're going to have to drop their standard.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't think that this generation or a lot of the generation to come for that matter, like we were saying before, that attention span isn't there.
Yeah.
So they have to switch and pivot to how they're going to teach.
A lot of kids
and
ain't
things
don't
like
want to go to
that.
school
Right.
No.
after high school. I feel like a lot of kids are just gonna just not really go to school.
Well, you don't have to anymore.
This generation more
know?
than the generation preceding it. They don't even want to get their driver's license. They don't
No.
want to learn how to cook. Because they
Right.
can Uber everywhere.
Yep.
They can DoorDash their food. So there's a lot of things that, because of the way society is now, that's just getting watered down. Why do I want to get my license and risk driving and hurting myself? I'll just pay. Someone
Yeah.
will pick me up.
Right.
Don't have to worry about car insurance, a car,
Well, let me
Or
say,
house,
all that.
Yeah, right.
listen, shout out to my baby girl. She's 16. She takes her driving test, I believe, tomorrow. I hope
best
that
of
you-
luck.
Yeah, I hope you
Yeah, no
pass.
doubt.
Dad's got a nice gift for you. So she'll be happy. She's not one of those kids at all. She was not playing no games. She went ahead and took like her driving.
Bro,
test
I
and stuff
remember
like that
when
as
I
well.
actually took my
I
test,
started
man.
early,
I was
yeah.
in the book. I was actually studying the book. Studying the book, and then finally, like, I was able to drive. I was so hyped.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
failed the
'cause
first time.
Yeah, well, I failed my first driving
Yeah,
test.
yeah, I
as well.
failed.
I didn't
first
feel
one.
at all, yo.
Yeah.
Yo. Oh, chill, niggas, chill.
I've been dying to play this. I know your book might have nothing to do about video games. I was like, yo,
okay.
gaming league, I gotta play the Mario
should I
Brothers.
grab it? Should I get it or?
Where'd you have the book with you?
Yeah, it's over there.
Was this volume 1 or volume 2 now?
No, it's still volume 1.
So this is the one I got.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so those that don't know, Mr. Dennis, CEO of LI Gaming Long Island, he was on our podcast previously. He does a lot besides stream. He's also teaching financial literacy and how to actually make some kind of income while gaming and teaching, the youth and everything else. So he has several books. I believe some are coming out, some are already out. And we want to just give him this segment so that he can rock in. Of course, we're going to chime with some questions, all that good stuff. I'm still coming with the jokes, and DJ MVP still going to come with that awesome music. You know the vibes.
So I grabbed it real quick.
Yeah, grab that book.
Look, why he's grabbing that real quick? Let me see. Shout out to my homie, okay? Because we've been rocking now. It's got to be like almost 12 years now we know each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, long time.
Yeah.
Good
Long time, my
friendships.
friend, long time.
Yeah, a long time friendship for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, is this the book that I bought?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when I heard about the book, I went online like a good friend.
Yes.
I didn't act. Our people like to ask for stuff for free.
Oh,
He bought it. He
Yeah,
he held me down.
I would
He held me
never.
down.
I'm
He held me
supporting
down.
all the
Is
time.
that the new jingle? Like a good friend, I bought the book. It out.
Well, I did. Okay, I went on Amazon. When he announced that he was doing it, I thought it was dope as hell. I thought it was absolutely amazing, and I think he did an amazing job with the book. I read the book myself personally. Again, brother, just congratulations.
Thank you,
Like
thank you,
truly
thank
and
you.
honestly. So, but go ahead, you.
All right.
You shut up. You
No.
talk about the book, man.
All right, so the book, it is called The Esports Millionaire Mindset, Building a Successful Organizer Business in terms of tournaments. And the premise behind the book is really a step-by-step how-to guide on getting into the esports industry, not as a gamer, but more of an entrepreneurial perspective. But also if you are a gamer, not just competing in the games, but hosting games and making money that way. The book is 53 pages, a really short read, and it was made short because it's a lot of information, but as we were speaking before early on, it's piquing your interest, getting you down to go down that rabbit hole to want to pursue more. We cover the industry, the different segments, how to get sponsorship, how to get funding. We even have different events that we've done in here, so it's not just me talking about the book. It's something that I've been doing for a while now. I would say I've successfully done over 100 events. And the bonus factor, if you get this book, is that once you finish it or as soon as you get started, you can reach out to us at LI Gaming League on any of our social media platforms, and we'll work with you to do your first event and partner with you on that. That's how much we believe in the book and we believe in you. So definitely check out the book, The Esports Millionaire Mindset, Building a Successful Tournament Business.
That's what you call putting that value into what you're doing. Because again, you could have just wrote the book, put it out there. Who buys it, buys it. Who doesn't buy it, doesn't buy it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like, listen, if you take the time out to purchase this book, read this book all the way through and things like that, reach out to us, and we're going to literally assist you in putting your event together. What made you guys want to, what made you want to take on that model?
Because I'm an avid reader, and I like to read books that are, I guess, considered a how-to or a practical, actionable book. And those books kind of inspired me to write a book for the esports industry or for entrepreneurs looking to get into the industry, that sometimes just reading something in theory is a theory. But when you have something that is actionable with support, it's more likely to happen. So I wanted to write a book that would cater to that.
Damn, that was a good answer. Damn.
You ask a question, I got an answer.
Ah, man, listen, I love it, my brother. That's what's up now. Yeah, so now, I mean, again, now, like, if someone was looking to like get into doing events and things like that, or get into esports, you know what I mean? What if it's like, if it's someone that has no experience at all with gaming and things like that, is it still something that you would recommend? Absolutely. Or is it more so like you got to be in it? Is it like that tight knit community sometimes? Because again, with like some hobbies and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's not everyone does it, you know. Right. Some of us used to play games as kids. We haven't played video games in years now, but maybe I still have that passion inside of me and things like that. Though, like, would you recommend that, or is it like someone who's like, nah, like this is more so for like the avid gamer?
No, it's for both. An avid gamer probably has a little bit more of an advantage in picking this book. But if you're not an avid gamer and you're looking to try to get into something that you're trying to better yourself, this book really kind of breaks down. It breaks down the different types of game: RPG, first-person FPS, racing games, right? It tells you the landscape of the market. So in this book, it's going to bring you through everything from soup to nuts, so you can be at least have a better understanding of the industry, but then you also have a concept of the business. So you could be, old, young, gamer or not. This book is really going to take you through the steps on how to do it. So it's for everybody.
You said old because MVP is thinking about starting an Atari league. He wants to start an Atari league. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good niche, man.
He said Atari's not dead.
Listen,
he wants to bring it back.
Then this book is for you because you can bring out those Ataris, and we can get a couple of Ataris. And you know what? We show the youngest how we do it.
Pong, right?
Yeah, there you go. We get the Pong
I actually was
going.
at Dave & Buster's not too long ago. They got a 4-player Pong, man. Oh, it hits different.
It took you back?
Yeah.
I fucking can't.
Yep.
People already had the Super Nintendo, and I was still on the Atari joint. Mom was like, yo, I got you a game system. That's what you get, boy. And most of the time, she took away my controllers.
Yep.
You got any questions?
We got about 10 minutes left to talk about whatever we need to. I think we should continue talking about your book, talking about, fill the audience in a little more about what you've done with the Long Island Gaming League, because they might have not seen the previous episode to know about Dennis.
Yeah. So the league was started in 2019, so we've been around for a long time. As we like to say, we're the best unknown secret.
Hold on. Could you not do that math? That's 5 years.
I didn't say 4 years.
You said a long time. That was all. You said
listen,
2018, but it's been 5 years.
Look, 5 years is long for some people. Remember that attention span? Remember that attention span thing? So we've been around for a long time. Thank you very much.
Got you.
So we're the best unknown secret in terms of the esports industry. We started out in education, working with NYIT, educating the kids just about the opportunities. From there, we were able to expand into the school districts. We currently run 3 after-school programs, 1 in-school program, and as of recently, we just signed a contract with the town of Babylon to do a summer, kind of like fall esports program that's going to be going on. It's going to start in September, so if anybody is interested, whether you're in the town of Babylon or you're not, you can definitely register with the site, and it goes from September to November. We, outside of the educational thing, we are community-based, and we do different events throughout the community. We do, it's called the esports library. We go into the library, we bring the equipment, the systems. We invite the community to come out, parents and gamers, and we'll have guest speakers, whether they're from the colleges or they're pro players in this esports industry, to talk about the industry. And for the older generation who might have felt they missed the bubble, who still enjoy a good game or two, we host what's called bar takeovers.
By the way, I'd kill everybody in Tetris. I'm tell you that right now.
Tetris is a solo game, bro. It's
I get the high score.
You said score-wise.
They have a 4-player Tetris.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
For real?
I would. People come over and be like, Sam, you're so good. Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, one of my favorite games was Galaga, yo. I used to be at the laundromat, when I was younger. Like, yo, Mom, give me another quarter. Give me another quarter.
Remember
on that bitch.
Remember Altered Beast?
That's with the
Power Up.
Yes. Man, the graphics on that game. Whew, that game was like pixelated. It was a fun game. You had to keep punching. Yeah. I got Sega Genesis. I think that was.
I bought a retro system, right? And they gave me all these unreleased games on it. Like I got Mario Brothers and I got Contra. That's about it for known old Nintendo games. And then all these other games that were on it, and I'm like, and I'm playing with my kid, and he's like, he called his old man old.
Yeah, gaming is fun.
Again, man, Dennis, just to continue on the topic a little bit, you know what I mean? How do you guys feel about where VR is going to take the industry and things like that? You see, we all see that Apple just released their what's it called, the Pro Vision and things like that as well. Which again, I seen the platform itself. I tried them out. Definitely feels very gamerish. I think for the most part. Again, what do you guys foresee in that space?
Can you explain that? Because I've seen it. I've seen people walk around with the goggles, but can you explain in details what it does? Like how, like, is it like a, make things clearer? Does it make it seem more cartoonish? How is the experience?
I mean, have you guys like?
I haven't tried them yet.
Even like the meta ones, I never even tried as well too.
I got those, but I haven't tried the new one.
I have like the Oculus and stuff like that as well. Again, I seen the. I don't think it's for the Apple Vision Pro or something like that. I think it's called.
Yeah.
I experienced it myself probably like a couple weeks ago. It allows you to see the world still through the goggles. So I like if I had the goggles on right now, I could fully see you guys and everything else that's going on, except for I'd have my home screen there still. So I can take things around. I can write text messages. I can write emails. I think one of the things that's on there, like if you're vacuuming and stuff like that, though, like it keeps track of the part of the floors that you already walked onto and stuff like that as well, though. And then eventually, to my understanding, like as you're going throughout the world, it will identify places and things and stuff like that as well, though. So let's say you walk into a Starbucks, it'll identify that the Starbucks is there. You'll be able to click on it and possibly place your order and things like that without going to the countertop and everything else like that. So that entire interface will be right here, essentially on you.
We got 4 minutes, so we got to speed up the conversation a little bit.
So I don't know if you want me to address the question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So to address the question real quick, where I see it going is if you've ever saw the movie Ready Player One, I think that in the gaming world,
so crazy. I actually have it on my list, and I did not get to see it.
It's a good movie. So I think in the gaming world, if you really wanted to get a better understanding gaming wise, what those type of goggles will do, I think that movie's spot on, and that's probably where the future of gaming is going to go.
So you guys got to watch Ready Player One. I'm going to go home tonight and watch it.
Yeah, you got to watch
Netflix, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, this was a great show. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks. We'll talk about it more, man. Yeah, it was nice seeing you guys. I got away for a little bit. I had to get my mind right. Okay. So I went.
Everybody need that reset.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Everybody need that reset. I went to a retreat for I went for 5 days. I went to this really intense, dope retreat. I would love to tell you guys about it. I had
fire.
I don't say I did have an amazing time in the same breath though, but really, really enlightening, physical and mental as well. And again, you guys probably seen it on the internet. It's called Rise Up Kings. Okay. And man, listen, I just had an amazing experience there. So far. Yeah, we'll talk more about that, on the next episode if we get some time and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what's
Other than that, man, Joe Dennis, brother.
Appreciate the
Unscripted
podcast.
Niggas is winning, man.
Listen.
Light-skinned niggas is winning, man.
I appreciate
you on the cusp, bro. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
We almost the same color, bro. Look at that. Oh, you crossed over.
Damn.
You see it.
It's winter, bro.
Nah, I ain't get that much sun.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say, bro. It's winter, so he's like, he's teeter-tottering.
Yeah, I'm in the in
It hit May.
Yeah.
100%,
I'll be a lot darker.
He's a whole different person at that point. So, it is what it is. Man.
I appreciate Unscripted Podcast having me on. This was a great time. Great meeting you.
So Dennis, when you gonna come visit us again?
Whenever I get the invite.
All right, so
you've been rejected. This is the last time.
There you go. Invite taken away that quick.
It's crazy.
I'm kidding.
You actually introduced me to Sam and when not MVP. MVP wasn't in it. but it was because of Dennis that I was actually on the podcast.
Look at God.
For the first time. Look at me now, shining.
There you go, man.
They call me Sam 2.0, baby.
Sucky now. Sucky now.
Listen, I can't do no impersonations, okay? I can't sing, all right? So, no.
He's still chocolate, though.
That's what it is.
Sam, you want to let them know what we're going to talk about next week, or they'll just have to tune in and find out?
I think it's best that everybody tunes in. And, we have some awesome people coming next week. I might have a surprise host come through. Somebody that you've seen before. Maybe you haven't and you have. Who knows? It's the Unscripted All Talk Podcast, baby. Yo, so you know what? I always say it, but you know what? Last week, my man Winnie, he did a great job. Win. Win. Come on now, Win. Come on now, Win.
Come on, Win. Take us out, baby.
Come on, Win.
As Sam will always say, you are loved. You are valued. you could do anything you put your mind to as long as you could. I mean, believe it, you can achieve it.
Take that.
Yeah, no. Big pause. It's the Unscripted podcast, baby.
All talk. And we out of here.
Bye.
Yeah.